Welcome all. I'm Jay. I am a realtor, as you already know if you've already been following me. I'm taking a stab at this podcast thing. This will be the first time I have my first guest, Romeo Deecruz. He's with Focus Fit. He is a personal trainer. He's been at it for just about 10 years now. That's a long time. He's got apparel as well. He does personal training. He does meal preps. I actually met this guy in the gym.
That's right.
And we became good buddies from there. Just attended his wedding a couple months ago.
Yeah, it's the groove.
Right.
Recently wed. I'm not worried about it.
We'll cut it out.
yes, we gotta edit that out. But yeah, so this is Romeo. Actually, sorry, I call you Romeo. Is it Romeo or Romeo?
Well, I mean, people pronounce both, but it's Romeo.
It's Romeo.
Yeah,
okay.
Like Romeo and Juliet.
So I have been pronouncing this guy's name wrong from day one, and I still am because I like Romeo better. So welcome, man. Honestly, thank you for being here. You are my first guest. We're gonna do this non-scripted. We're not gonna be following any guidelines here. It's a free-for-all. But the point of this podcast is to provide some sort of value to someone out there. I wanna aim this podcast towards the youth, but again, at the same time, everyone. I wanna provide some sort of value, such as fitness, etc. So this is Jay's podcast. I still haven't named it yet properly, but I was thinking links with Jay, drinks with Jay, something around that, where we try not to talk about real estate. So we're trying not to talk about real estate today. Let's get started. Our drink today, first off, right away, is a seltzer that I made. We personalized these seltzers. I personally made these seltzers out in New Westminster there. So right off the bat, cheers, brother.
It's so good, too.
All right, let's get into it. So, fitness. You've been at it for 10 years. I've seen your before and after pictures. That's quite the progression. So what got you into this stuff? Give me some background about yourself.
Quick story. I actually wanted to get a girlfriend in high school. Yeah. So from like grade 8 to onwards, all my friends had like girlfriends, and it was that time.
Yeah.
And then
the hormones are going crazy.
Yeah, hormones are going crazy. Everybody's kissing each other. I'm like, yo, man, I'm like the only guy in the freaking circle that doesn't have a girlfriend.
I gotta get in on this.
Yeah, but then I'm like, okay. I looked up on Google. I'm like, okay, how do you get a girlfriend? And then this guy, Mike Chang, popped up. 6-pack shortcuts. I'm not sure. Back in the day, he was huge.
Okay.
And then he got me into like fitness. He was like the first like YouTuber, influencer, fitness guy.
So did you hire him as like a coach or?
No, I just saw his YouTube ad and I'm like, wow, he's like with a bunch of different celebrities. He talked about like coconut oil, talked about chicken breast.
I think I know about this
Asian guy, man. I'll show you his photo
yeah.
because everybody knows this guy because this guy was a genius.
So I'll add this in. This guy right here.
This guy right here, Mike Chang. Amazing guy in terms of like what he preached about and how he like preached about it. It was cool. So I'm like, okay, well, I need to get a 6-pack to get a girlfriend. I'm like, okay, so what's looks? I need to look like Mike Chang. He's all jacked and like shredded, and he had a picture and a video with Deecruz, and they're all flexing, right? I'm like, okay, cool. I need to be like this, but I didn't know it took like so long to be like that.
Yeah.
Right, and I thought I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in 2 months hard. I'm gonna be like this guy. It was a total fail.
You were young, man. You were young.
Yeah, I'm like,
young and dumb, right? Young and dumb.
I'll be like this guy, get a girlfriend in a couple months. All right, that's the game plan. So I just kept going to the gym, going to the gym, and then just fell in love with it.
Awesome.
Yeah, 80 pounds down.
I saw your before and after, man, dude. That was quite a turn on.
Oh man, yeah, it's crazy. Just because, like, if I were to take a client or anything, and I think that's why I'm so successful today, is because I go through everything that a client will go through.
And so you've been through, you said 400 plus clients.
Yeah, 400 plus. So 400 like successful.
Yeah.
That has been through the program, in my program, and then I don't know how much people that just come and go.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. So what's it right now? You're kind of like a consultant contractor kind of thing, right?
Yeah, so I have two platforms. One is personal training, which I charge a buttload, and I'm trying to I'm trying to get off of it because that's not the market anymore.
Yeah.
Right? I've been saying it for years because I've been seeing people grow, and I'm like, holy crap, why is this guy making $1 million plus as a personal trainer? But it turns out he's not.
Yeah.
He's actually making $1 million plus as an online fitness coach. Yeah, I'm like, okay, how is he doing it? And when I was studying and whatnot, he was accessing way more people than I was.
Probably much more efficient, right?
Yeah,
there's only one of you.
Oh,
right?
exactly, way more efficient.
Yeah.
And he was tackling like tens of thousands of clients. I'm just doing hundreds of clients. I'm like, I need to reach more people. I need to help more people with my program.
Yeah. So let's talk about the business side of things. So 10 years in the game. I guess it was a lot easier before, and as time has progressed, it's getting much more competitive.
That's right.
With trainers, a lot more personal trainers. Obviously, a lot of the younger generation coming in now, but that older generation leaving. But the thing with the fitness industry that I've seen is a lot of people are lifetimers.
Yes.
No one really leaves the fitness industry.
No one leaves the fitness industry.
I've seen a lot of old guys on YouTube. I've seen young guys. I've seen newcomers. I've seen the oldies. Like everyone just sticks in there, right?
That's right.
So the more saturated the market gets, the harder it is. So let's talk about the business side of things. Running something that normally, like as in real estate, is what I'm doing right now. You'll have the old guys kind of leave, right? They just can't keep up to date with the technology and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing that it doesn't take technology to keep the fitness personal training side, at least. Like I've seen personal trainers have their office and their reputation just pursues them, and they get a lot of clientele just through the reputation, right? Versus there's guys that are very, very efficient and they're online and they're knocking it out of the park online coaching.
That's right.
Right. So it just, but then eventually the online coaching side will probably become saturated. Right. So how do you stay competitive?
So the biggest thing is I tell people and it doesn't matter what business you're in terms of a brand, people connect with brands.
Yeah.
Or people connect with people.
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of if you make yourself a brand and if you tell your story correctly and you market it correctly, you have a whole bunch of like different hooks and whatnot. And you always tell people that your story, people will go towards your story.
Yeah.
Like Will Smith's career when he slapped Chris Rock, it didn't go down.
It actually went the other way. Yeah.
It went the other way because everybody loves Will Smith.
Yeah.
And everybody loves his story.
Yeah.
We've been watching him on TV since he was a young age.
Yeah.
Right? Or Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom, that's climax. And then he slapped him. And then I think he went through the roof.
I think after that slap, he kind of reinvented himself.
Exactly. Exactly. And people loved it. I'm like, what the hell?
Has he come out with a movie since?
He's got to come out with I Am Legend 2.
Oh, he's going to be a part 2 of that?
Yeah, part 2. I think, what is that guy from Creed? What is his name? Forgot his name.
I know who you're talking about, the main guy from Creed. Yeah,
main guy from Creed.
The young guy, that guy's jacked, man.
Oh man, that guy's amazing.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing about celebrities, because I trained like not big celebrities in the past, but they work hard.
Right.
In terms of the gym and the craft.
They flip their bodies around for each and every role, right?
Oh yeah, they have to.
Like, have you seen the new documentary, the Arnold one?
Oh yeah.
Like how he had to flip his stuff around, like. And he fought the stigma that a lead male actor needs to look this way. He shredded down still. Don't get me wrong, right?
Shredded differently.
Yeah, but like he's still look at him, and then I think he paved the way for like guys like The Rock and like all these big 100%. Dudes, right? Like think about all these wrestlers. John Cena's in acting now. What was his other name?
Oh, that guy's
Batista.
amazing. Yeah,
right? He's in
all amazing.
All these guys, these big dudes now are coming in, and that's not how actors used to look like.
That's right.
Right, and but I think we're going a whole different direction into acting. But like, I want to stick to the business aspect of fitness now. So basically, have you ever partnered up with anyone? Have you ever?
Yes, I did actually. Yeah, I did. First partner, we created this company called Forever Fit. And then what happened was we actually moved to Flex Fitness probably 8-7 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's when I met everybody at Flex, and everybody comes in and out. But just learning how to like sell better, market better. I'm like, okay, I need to level up my game.
Yeah.
But when I started reading books, like business books, sales books, or books on how to get better mentally, that's when my income started growing.
Okay. And education-wise, what's your background?
I have none.
That is all you've done is this.
Personal training.
So guys, it doesn't. I always say, go to school, do your thing, right? Like I myself went through a lot of schooling.
Yeah.
Right. I'm a designated accountant. This is that. Look what I ended up doing. I ended up doing real estate, which is where I made the maximum amount of money in my life. And to get your real estate license, you can do that straight out of grade 12. Right. You got into the fitness industry. You, if anything, still boys and girls go to school, right? But there's honest. So actually, one thing that I want to get into, I find that if you do go through the schooling system, it refines you.
Oh, it does.
Right?
It builds character.
It builds a character.
It's a base.
You can kind of tell someone that's gone to school, someone that hasn't, right?
That's right.
But I think you naturally have that refinement in you, even though you didn't. Or did you build this refinement over?
I built it. Yes.
Okay, so
yes.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Okay. So, like back in the day, I didn't know how to talk to people. I didn't know how to approach people. I didn't know anything until I started studying. So my, I guess, education is other people's experience because of their books.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I fell in love with it. I actually went into, the reason why I actually went into books and all that stuff, because I went into an MLM.
Okay.
A multi-level marketing. I'm not sure if you guys know that, but it's multi-level marketing. And in this multi-level marketing, we sold products. But in the products, you also have to listen to audios and read a bunch of books. I didn't know who Robert Kiyosaki was, or John Maxwell, or any of these big guys that are in the industry that are shaping and molding these entrepreneurs. I'm like, okay, well, I need to pick one guy, one mentor, and find out who can I mimic myself off.
Yeah.
Right? And it was Grant Cardone.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, read
I
his
saw you
book.
with your 10x.
Oh yeah. 10x all the way, baby. That's how it is. Exactly. Let's go, Grant, Uncle G. Regardless of what he did in like the real estate industry or his business, I'm like, dude, his book, I always recommend it to everybody because it shaped me and molded me. I actually study the guy. It was like, you know, like LeBron or Kobe studying Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I was exactly like that. I'm like, okay, well, what would Grant do in this situation? You know, how would he approach people? How would he talk to people? How would he even close people?
Yeah.
And as soon as I read his book, my income went from like $2,500 to $15,000 as a personal trainer a monthly. I'm like, holy crap. But then I was working like a shitload. I was working like 16, 14 hours a day.
You have to figure it out again.
Yeah, I got to figure it out again. Online coaching, baby. Let's go. Yeah, that's it.
No, so end of the day, so one thing that I always, as I said, notice is I can tell when someone has not been through that refinement in life, right?
That's
like
right.
The way that someone talks, the way, and you lose a lot of credibility on how you speak and how you present yourself, right? So it's a good thing that you're on this podcast today. So for the kids that don't want to go to school, there is still a way. It's not, schooling isn't everyone's forte. Simple as that, right? It's good to have that piece of paper, but you don't necessarily make the most amount of money from that piece of paper that you get, right?
That's right.
But at the end of the day, I find that schooling helped shape everything. It kind of funneled to real estate for me, right?
Sure.
I went through, I got education in marketing, right? I got an education, I actually got a diploma in marketing, yeah. I got an education in full-fledged diploma, not just...
like a 4-year diploma.
Yeah, not a certificate.
Wow.
Yeah. I got a full diploma in marketing. I got a full diploma in finance. I got a degree, a bachelor's of commerce in accounting. And I got my CPA designation. I have my certificate for life insurance. I have my certificate for
like 13 years of school.
Because that's what I mean. I
always been a doctor.
But honestly, I could have been a doctor, right? But realistically,
make your parents proud.
Think about this: a lot of doctors are now becoming realtors.
Yeah. Well,
right. So I think I chose. So a lot of accountants are becoming realtors, right? Like a lot of people are becoming realtors because the lifestyle, whatever. But at the end of the day, you can do whatever you want.
That's right.
You can go to school. You can not go to school. You can become a personal trainer. You can become a realtor. You can become a doctor. It's whatever you're dedicating yourself to.
That's right.
Right. You dedicated yourself to the fitness industry. This is what you found your passion in, and you found a way to refine yourself. You found a way to start talking to people. You found a way to progress and be successful at this business, and that's all it is at the end of the day, right? And it's quite impressive, man. Like you're actually quite well known, right? So you've developed a brand. Let's talk about your brand now.
Yeah, for sure. Well, my brand actually went through like a whole bunch of roller coaster. I had to like strip it down. I'm like, okay, so what are we about? So my first ever company built with another person was Focus Fit Apparel.
Focus Fit Apparel.
Yeah, so my Focus Fit Athletics was actually just born probably like last week.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because I was under Romeo Deecruz training. So in Flex Fitness, I didn't know what to go with.
Yeah.
Right, and Focus Fit name was taken. Well, it was not taken. It was like I couldn't use it because another company
had it.
Some like stupid
the
stuff.
trademark on it or something.
Yeah, trademark, and it was so dumb. And then I didn't really look into it. And then I finally looked into it, and then I'm like, okay, I just messaged them, and they're like, okay, yeah, you can use it. But in terms of Focus Fit Apparel, it taught me so much in business. Just because what happens is I actually spent like my entire life savings, and I just dumped it into the company without even knowing. We didn't have a game plan. I'm like, okay, well, what we do know is I have a supplier. That's what we do know. Yeah. Okay, I have a supplier. We our inspiration was Gymshark and Alphalete at the time. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, so let's create a logo and let's see how it works. Yeah. And then we kind of just flew with it. And then the first shipment, man, it was total shit.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, man. Like,
so supplier didn't come through.
Oh, it was crap. So the crappiest thing about it was like the sleeves were too long.
Oh yeah, and for fitness, like, I hate when I get t-shirts.
Dude, it's like where at the middle of your bicep.
Yeah. Like, you don't mind me asking, where was the supplier from?
It was from China.
Okay.
This was from China. I don't know where in China. We just went on like, I'm like, okay, what's supplier, supplier, and then Alibaba showed up. AliExpress showed up. I'm like, okay, let's
go on here.
random Asian company sent us a couple like fabrics. Took a couple weeks, and we were so excited because we were building out like the mission statement, what the company is about.
So you were really actually focusing on the actual product.
I was not.
You were focusing on the back end.
On the back end the whole time. And then what happened was, it's like, okay, the first shipment stuff as shirts came, like, it wasn't even first shipment, it was samples. Yeah. It came perfect. Yeah. But then when 500 of them came, like it didn't.
You just did it so quick.
Yeah, just did it so quick. And then me and my business partner at the time were like, okay, screw it. Let's figure it out later. Let's try to sell some shirts. So we bought like, custom made Focus Fit bags and whatnot, wristbands, so we can add value to the product, right? So it's like more of a bundle.
But it cost you probably
cost us a lot, right? It cost a lot. And at the time I was putting up majority of the money because I didn't care. I'm like, okay, I just want to succeed. Yeah. And then, we're so dumb because we didn't really we only marked it on our like Instagram stories.
Yeah.
We didn't post any, probably 1 or 2 posts, but not like so crazy.
Didn't do any advertisement or anything?
Nope, zero advertising. We had no clue what we were doing. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. And launch day, we thought we were gonna sell out. Yeah. And
well, first thing,
it was like zero, man. I'm like, what the heck?
I've found that when you get stuff from abroad, they don't understand the sizing. Like, they don't understand the body types. So think about it. In China, they probably wear t-shirts that are like, they think of the average human being, right? And their average human being is the guy that's there locally.
Yeah, well, there's a billion of them.
Yeah,
like,
so
5'5" and
so when we get custom stuff made from India,
that's right.
Right? Holy shit, they completely sabotage the whole thing, right?
Yep.
Zero shoulders. Now, guys, like, they don't think about, okay, first off, everyone coming out of India, not everyone, but like a lot of people coming out, they're shorter.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, okay, I don't know what's happening down there. There's something in the food or whatever, but they're shorter. So, right off the bat, the sizing's off, right? Second thing is they're very big on the stomach.
Yep.
Right? So, everything that I've ever had custom made from there, big on the stomach, right? Nothing on the shoulders. Now, I got broad shoulders. I got biceps. My freaking arm won't even go to the thing, right? And it's just the way it's zero chest.
That's
right. Because their ideal male physique is a shorter dude like this with a stomach and then skinny legs and whatever.
That's right.
Right? And I can get a kurta pajama from there. And by the end of the reception, you can see my butt. Right?
Oh, yeah. They rip.
So,
Funny fact, during my wedding, my pants ripped. So.
it's because you got it from India.
Yeah.
So they don't think that guy's squat or anything, right?
No.
So let's say you gotta be careful on where you're getting your. So now, where are you getting your stuff from now?
India.
You're still okay. So you found someone good there.
So now
I'm not saying everything's bad in India.
Oh man, like India has one of the best fabrics.
You just gotta find the right people.
Exactly. It's like finding the right realtor or finding the right personal trainer, right? Online coach. Like you just gotta find people that knows what they're doing.
Exactly.
And so I get my stuff from India, Ludhiana, and that's the king. I didn't know that, but that's the king of fabrics. So I'm like, what the heck, king of fabrics? How come no one knows about this factory?
My wedding outfit was done in Ludhiana.
Okay, so So I've been in Ludhiana and I see like.
You were over there last year, right?
Yeah, I was in India.
Did you actually go to the place that will do your?
So now so at the time I didn't know India was the king of fabrics.
Okay. Yeah.
Until I met my brother-in-law.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you?
Yeah, my Jiju.
And they're into the industry or?
So his master, they call him Masa, out there in Ludhiana. It's different, I guess. His Master G actually owns one of the biggest factories there.
Oh, now he got in the family, man. That's it.
Yeah, I didn't know. I'm like, okay. Before he was charging me full price. So I'm like, I wonder what he's going to charge. It's actually really good, man.
Not bad, right?
I'm very impressed.
Made it myself. So you take it in. We're gonna start talking about this right now for a second. So we showed up one day. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing. They walk you through the steps, but they literally make you do everything. Like they make you mix everything, put everything together, and then you leave it there, right? And it ferments.
For how long?
For 2 weeks. And then the alcohol actually gets created and everything. Then you go back and you actually recan and do everything properly. Use the whole machine. You have to label everything. We got labels custom printed.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So I got my wife on here.
Yeah.
Myself as Aladdin. My wife Jasmine as Jasmine. And then our little monkey, Zebra. It's cool, man. Honestly, yeah.
We got Will Smith in the background.
It's a good date night thing, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you were trying to do something for a birthday or something, there's a place in New West. I forget what it's called, but they do this, and it's a conversation piece. You can. You have people over and you just start talking about it. People are like tripping on Princess Jasmine's Desi nights. Like, what the heck is this? And you know what they call it?
Yeah, it goes well with the theme and everything.
Moonshine in our culture is called Desi.
Yeah.
Right? So this is technically moonshine. I made this, right? So, and it's 5% alcohol. So
that's
get you a good buzz, have a few of these, and But let's get to the real stuff. Today's sponsor is Crown Royal Peach.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, you're probably wondering why a bottle of Crown was sitting there. Yeah, so remember, this is Drinks and Links with Jay.
Drinks and Links with Jay. I love it.
Where we try not to talk about real estate.
Exactly. Dating services. Everything.
House cleaning.
Yeah, exactly.
Cars. We got it all. Trust me.
It's like an Amazon podcast. All right.
Ice is melted a bit here.
Just
the water's in there, so yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
So Romeo, aka Romeo.
Yeah, I love it, man. Romeo in the UFC.
I like Romeo, man.
He's such a beast, man. That guy's a genetic freak. I'm like, wow.
And dude, Romeo sounds like,
more masculine, actually. Like Bahubali or some shit.
I can't even get this thing fucking open, man. Hold on.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Fresh crack. Okay, so because Mr. Romeo here is young and he drinks on the rocks straight.
Yeah,
I'm gonna. Well, we have a little bit of water in this one.
There's a little bit of water in here.
Yeah, so I poured the ice a little earlier.
Yeah.
But decent. I'm gonna try keeping up with this guy tonight and drinking straight.
It's not bad. Okay, so have you tried this before though?
I drink it with water, yeah. With water, but not.
I feel like peach, you don't need anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel that's what I feel. Like, you know, like
I'm actually licking my fingers right now.
yeah, it tastes
pretty
really
fucking
good.
good, yeah.
It tastes really good. Cheers,
Cheers.
brother. Thank you.
I could drink this straight.
I'm telling you.
I could fucking drink
And
this straight
honestly,
all day.
all you need is just sip it. That's all you need to do.
I'm planning shit face, man.
Yeah. What time we got work tomorrow?
I work 24 hours a day, man. That's why there's no excuses.
That's
shit
the
face all the
way.
time. No. So, since we're talking about alcohol, you're a fitness professional.
Absolutely.
A question that is always in my head, I'm sure in a lot of people's head, how much should you be drinking? How much is okay? How are the effects on your health? Let's get into that stuff.
Okay, so let's start off with so in my program, or say when I was losing my weight and how I got my six-pack, I was completely shredded. I'll put a picture right here. And I was actually drinking a bottle a weekend.
A bottle a weekend?
Yeah, a bottle of Grey Goose, bottle of Ciroc. Ciroc was one of my favorite, and peach.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
well, if you got the shredded abs, you're out partying, obviously, right?
Exactly. But drinking wasn't the problem. Yeah. It's what you do after. And that's the biggest problem, because once we start drinking, our body automatically, okay, I need our carbs. I need to sober up a little bit. I want to stay at this party and whatnot. I don't want to be...
a burger. I need
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest problem. But then I solved it. I'm like, okay, so if clients like to drink, then how do I solve, equation C? I'm like, okay, well, what if you eat your meal prep? So I tested it, and it was absolutely successful. I still got shredded, still got the results that I needed. And
but you kept to your diet.
I kept to my eating plan. And my eating plan was strictly fairly normal. It wasn't like, fries or burgers or anything. It was still clean, like stuff like rice, chicken breast, or like.
Did you find sticking to a meal plan you drunk faster?
No. Well, no, because my tolerance was through the roof.
Okay. You had a lot of water in your system.
I had I had none actually.
Then you should have been getting shit-faced.
It was so weird. I'm like, what the heck was going on? But my tolerance...
The golden era of your life, man.
Yeah, my tolerance was huge. It was like through the freaking roof. Like I could drink like a whale at that time.
Interesting.
Yeah, like three, 4 pegs didn't affect me, and it was patiala pegs, man. Like it was pretty.
Like what I just did.
Yeah, it was, dude. It was thicker than this. It was like that. It was thicker than that.
A splash of Coke.
Yeah. So the Coke stuff, that's where you start laying off. So Coke, cranberry, all that stuff. I say, a lot of people disagree, especially those health nuts there, but. I think this is the better of the two evils, is where you start sticking to Diet Coke, Coke Zero, or anything that's like, like anything zero sugar.
Yeah.
And that's where I stuck to majority of my time. Or you
stick to water.
Or you could just stick to water, soda. And now I did experiment with gin and tonic.
Yeah.
But I found out when I looked at the back, when I got more familiar with like how to read labels, nutritional facts, that tonic had a lot of sugar in it. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, why am I getting hungover all of a sudden?
So basically, when you're drinking, if you want to stay fit, cut out the sugars. Don't mix with any juices, pops.
Juices, pops, anything that will raise that sugar high, and make sure you always have your meal prep or something healthier right beside you, because you are going to snack. I was snacking.
Yeah, no, on the way home, clubbing, partying, you hit up McDonald's.
50 burgers at McDonald's, like.
Yeah, I remember those days, yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe instead of burgers, order wraps, like there's so many different, ways to go around this.
You want to hear a crazy story?
Yeah, for sure.
I was 140, maybe 135 pounds in high school, grade 12.
Wow.
You wouldn't be able to tell that now, obviously, right? So let's say I was maybe 135, 140. I played soccer, played competitive soccer. I was up there. It was good, right? And whatever, but skinny as hell. You know how I got big?
Eating?
I ate
McDonald's.
Do not do that. Do not do that.
Did you get fat though?
Oh, dude. So, speaking of your golden times.
Yeah.
My golden era was probably So my first year, second year university, I turned 19. I was still skinny, shredded. Then I started to fill in as a man. I wanted to get bigger. I started working out a lot more.
How old were you? Like 20, 22?
I was like 20 probably when I actually got serious about fitness and getting big, right? Not fitness. I didn't care about what, I've never done steroids or anything. I'm scared of needles. Maybe that's something in the future that I might experiment with, right?
Me too.
Do a testosterone boost or something, right? Like, I'm 35 now, maybe. Definitely, I already have it in the back of my head. I'm going to take stuff. I can guarantee you that, right? But never done anything. I didn't even drink protein shakes, man, like up until like maybe 5-6 years ago, right? Like,
wow.
So 20 years old, skinny, I started filling in and like, I was like, yo, screw this. Like, I want to get big, right? And someone told me, yo, you got to eat a lot of white bread without like taking any sort of supplementation. You got to eat like white rice, you got fatty foods, whatever. So I was at BCIT and in the accounting program there, and they had a Bavarian sausage meal at the cafeteria. $6, I still remember it. $6 or $7, something like that, $7.50, something like that. It was affordable. 2 big Bavarian sausages, 2 eggs, hash browns, and 2 pieces of bacon. Just cooked in grease.
Every day?
Every day. Every fucking day in the morning. Right? So no matter what, I would every lecture, any lab, I would be eating that meal.
$7.
$7.50, I think it was.
Wow.
Mind you, this was back in 2006-7.
Yeah.
Right? 6-7-ish, yeah. So I started my day off with that. Mind you, actually, sorry, I would leave my house first, eating something, my breakfast in the morning, right? Toast or whatever. I'll go straight to the cafeteria, get that. I don't care how late I was for my lecture. I would eat my Bavarian sausage meal at BCIT. I really hope, I wouldn't mind going back to BCIT and grabbing that. I wouldn't mind. But I would have that. Then I would have more snacks during my whatever, like whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then I have lunch. Lunch was always 2 junior chickens, 2 McDoubles.
Wow.
Right? So 2 junior chickens, 2 McDoubles with a shit ton of McChicken sauce. Right, I would eat that, and then I would go. I'd have my lunch, still have my whatever, my food. Then it would be around like dinner time, right? So
wait, no fries though?
No fries. Just I was cheap, man. I was young. I didn't have money, right? And then around like 3, 4, 5 o'clock ish, same thing.
2 junior chickens.
2 big doubles, right? I would do that. Okay, great. So that's twice at McDonald's. Then I'd have my food, whatever. I used to have a bag full of food at all times. Then I'd go to my evening classes if I had any evening classes, or I would study in the evening. I'd eat whatever, have my Red Bull, whatever, study. And then on the way home, there used to be this place in US called Paradise Donair. And I would pick up 2 donairs for $5 there. 2 donairs.
2 of them.
2 chicken donairs. I'd polish those up before I got home. When I got home, I would study some more, watch some TV, blah, blah, blah. I'd eat again. I'd go to sleep.
So you're doing like 8 meals, 7 meals a day?
And like the calories, man, I was in a crazy surplus. So I actually ended up getting to around 240 pounds.
At the end
eventually,
of your accounting?
So 2000, I started doing this around, so 2006, 7, I started around 7, 8, 9, or 10. 2010.
Was that your final year?
That was my final year in the diploma program.
See, that's what a diploma does to you. You know, it's stressy. That's
what it is. I was stressed all the time, man. Like, I was
you're like, okay, let's go to food.
I could eat, right?
That's awesome.
I was 240. I was bulky, dude. I was benching like close to like.
Oh, you were working out the same time?
I was never.
That's what
I've never not worked out.
Oh,
like, since grade 12, I've never not worked out.
Right.
And I was benching close to 4 plates, man. Like I was 3 plates and a 25er.
That's
right,
great.
and that's the max I've ever done. So that time was like
365.
golden. Yeah, 365, and
I was
squatting quite a bit. Yeah, I was a big dude back then, right?
I think that's where you got huge, right?
And that's where I got big. And but then I started noticing like the breathing. And I gave up soccer. I used to do Bhangra. I had given up Bhangra by that time. Like, dude, it was bad. I was slow moving. He was aching. Right. Then I flipped it the other way. I started shredding down. And luckily, when I started shredding, I started playing soccer again. I started doing more cardio. I changed up my whole routine, my whole regime of working out. A lot more reps. Like I was doing high intensity stuff with ropes and stuff like that. Dude, so I got married in 2014. By 2014, I was back down to like probably 220, 215, but I was looking good again, right? And then since 2014, that was my wedding, 2014, 9 years ago. Since my wedding, I've kind of maintained this body right here, right? And it doesn't take much, honestly. Once you get it to a level and you figure out that routine, what works for your body, what doesn't work, what foods work, but like, I know alcohol does not work for my body. I still drink it all the time. But alcohol does not work for me at all. Indian food does not work for me at all. I eat it all the time, right? But I just know how to counteract the stuff now, right?
That's right.
But that was my fitness journey on how I got bigger, right? And it wasn't the right way. I noticed, like, honestly, man, I probably should have had a heart attack. Right, like
you know, it definitely wasn't the right way, but you did it. Right? It worked. If it works, it works. You don't change the game plan. Yeah, cheers to that, brother. Holy that's crazy. 8 times a day, like that's literally if we count calories, that's like 20 grand.
Some of the days, I would have enough time to stop by on Kingsway and Griffin or Kingsway. It was on my way. There was a Safeway there. Safeway. I used to pick up a whole chicken in the morning,
and those are cheap.
They used to
like
be like $7
or something.
Like $8, yeah, $7.99. I would walk around with a Safeway bag with a container in there, and I'd pick up this chicken all day. Just fucking sit there and eat at the chicken, and then I would still have my McDonald's. I'd still, you know, the meals I was having in between meals.
Yeah,
it was my chicken.
Wow,
dude, I was dedicated to this, like to getting big, right? And then there was reality check after. I was like, yo, if I want to live. Like, this is not.
But yeah, now you know what it takes to like bulk up, right? You had a fast metabolism.
Remember Rich Piana?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you see him eat?
Oh,
Did you see him?
But he had an 8-hour arm program, right? Legendary. He just kept on curling everything in the gym.
He picks up the bench.
He picks up everything. That guy's a legend, Rich Piana.
So, but when Rich Piana died of heart failure.
Oh yeah, I know. I know why. Yeah. Well, because there's always a certain roof, and you know what your body can take.
So what's your opinion on? So now I'll ask you about alcohol. Alcohol's okay. You gotta have it.
Alcohol's great. Just stay away from beer and wine, and you won't get fat.
Yeah, and with intolerance.
With intolerance, doesn't matter. Just make sure you control your eating habits. That's the.
So if I go and polish off the bottle today, we polish the bottle off. I polish the bottle off.
Easy.
I'm still good?
You're still good. Just don't go upstairs and order some McDonald's.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
So the next question is steroids.
Yeah.
The touchy-feely subject.
Okay, here's the thing. All athletes, they take some type of steroids.
Be it you find it or not.
Exactly. Exactly. It could be like, you know, Canelo's cow meat or let's say LeBron James' athleticism at 40. Like, I guarantee all these guys are taking something. Now, steroids is in bodybuilding, it makes you huge and like all like recovery, like you can push and pull everything in the world without any stops.
Yeah.
And your recovery is crazy. In the athletic world, it's like same thing, but with your cardiovascular. You can run forever, you can last forever. That's why I think till this day that LeBron James is still, you know, jumping as high as he could when he was 18, like doing all the stuff that he did 20 years ago.
So basically everyone's on PEDs. PEDs are performance enhancing drugs.
Everybody's in the industry of if you're making money, you're on PEDs.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're either on PEDs or let's say stem cells. Like you're using all these like performance enhancements.
Banned or anything, or
stem cells are not banned. They're actually recognized still, and actually not a lot of people know about stem cells. Only the top athletes, because it's expensive.
But they have the money, so if stem cells are not checked into, then why I don't see the difference there then. Well, that's a performance enhancing.
That's what I'm saying, right? Whatever that's not normal or whatever that's not like it's, you know, from the ground, I don't think it's
exactly.
Exactly.
Well,
so
technically, stem cell
now
is real.
Exactly.
Right? But I think that's a shortcut. I think that's
it's absolutely a shortcut, man. It's like selling drugs on the street. It's either you're selling bags of weed or bags of cocaine. It really depends what way
you can afford.
Exactly. Look at Walter White. Like that guy's making his own right? In his garage. Like, you know what I mean? So the thing is, it's like if you're an athlete, I'm like, have at it. If you're competing for something, go for it because it's good for recovery, good for this, and it makes you long lasting in terms of longevity. Now, if you're just looking to like look good,
that's me.
Well, all you need to do is just
take a little bit.
Yeah, just take a little bit here and there. That's it.
Is it fair to say fitness at a certain point is about recovery then?
Yes, recovery. Well, let's say for all the Instagram like aesthetic people out there, it's actually not even about recovery at that point. It's about aestheticness.
Yeah.
And in the Instagram like fitness field, in the personal training field, everybody's on it.
Yeah.
Every top influencer that you guys look at, they're all on it. I don't care who you name. It could be like the great Alex Hormozi, right? Or your local like Gymshark guy at the gym. Like, you know, like they're all on some type of steroids, and I can guarantee it. Like I can look at you. I'm like, dude, you don't look natural.
You can tell with the shoulders.
Bro, we've both been in the industry for a long time, right?
Yeah.
And they're not even competing. They're actually doing it for, you know, their jobs or their brand. And I respect them.
You know how many
cool.
police officers are on road?
Oh, they're on all of it, bro.
So many,
all of it,
man. Like, it's crazy the amount of officers that I know. But then my question here is you're big, you look healthy.
That's right.
But are you actually healthy?
Absolutely not. No way, dude. So for me, someone back in the day that used to compete a lot, what he told me about steroids is typically like injecting this whole bottle in one go into your liver. Like that's how bad steroids is. Like, yeah, you may look good on the outside.
Inside just rotting away.
Exactly. Imagine a Lamborghini with like, I don't know, like crappy seats. Like you're not gonna get in that thing.
Yeah. Right? The inside's all rotted out, but the Lamborghini looks nice from the outside.
Exactly, like rip clots inside. Like you're not gonna, you're not gonna love it. Moldy, like cheap cotton material. You know, I'm not sure if you've been in a Lamborghini, but it's amazing to go inside a Lamborghini or Ferrari or any of those vehicles. Top-notch fabric, and it's just gonna be the bottom low quality. And that's what I feel. That's what I'm saying. Like if you compete, if you're making money off it, do it.
So how about me hitting 35? I talk to a lot of older gentlemen in the gym. They say wait till... I've been waiting for the longest time in my life. Like, I work out like a nutcase. You've seen me work out. Like, I do my thing.
Yeah.
But I talk to the older gentlemen, and they're like, wait till you are 40 or past 40.
Well, so when they were probably 40, their testosterone started to drop.
Yeah.
And then their doctor's like, okay, hey, look at your charts because you have to do your yearly checkup.
Yeah.
And then what happens is, your testosterone's low, and then your doctor will offer you test.
My doctor won't. Well, how do I get my doctor to know?
Your doctor will offer you a rookie. That's like rookie stock and dollar Rajma. And
I'll make sure it's not easy. Hey, doctor, my testosterone level's low. Please. I'll bend over.
Right here.
But no, it's not that easy, man. Like, I wanna. Like, I've been exercising the thought since day one, since I jumped into it.
But your test has to completely drop. It can't just be like, like let's say 200 and then 50. It has to be like.
So how about the kids that are rocking?
Oh man!
After this, we're gonna talk about SARMs. But okay.
Oh yeah,
it just came to my head. But,
I actually know
kids, and then it's like SARMs.
I met the guy at the wedding who brings SARMs into Canada.
Really?
Yeah, at a wedding. I'm like, whoa, you bring SARMs to Canada? That's awesome. But like now you're fucking people up.
Yeah.
There's no studies behind it, right?
Let's just get into it right now. So SARMs.
Wait. What was the other question though?
Oh, the age. What the hell were we saying?
Young kids.
Yeah.
Young kids.
Okay, so young kids taking any sort of PED, but even like a test boost right off the bat, like they're 18, 19, 20, taking something. They can be taking trend, they can be taking whatever, right?
Yeah.
You guys can search up all these terms, right?
But trenbuterol, and there's a whole bunch. There's a freaking 25,
the
30.
bologna sandwich.
Yeah. Oh man, it's the whole works, man.
So so I've heard, I talked to everyone, right? Yeah. I talked to a lot of younger kids. I talked to older guys. I talk to everyone in the gym. If you ever see me in the gym, you'll be like, yo, is that guy even working out? right? But I work out. Like, hey, if I didn't talk, I would have never met you, right? Like,
That's right.
But I talk to all the kids, right? And a lot of these guys are taking shit.
Yeah.
Right? And they're taking trend, they're taking, these are 18, 17-year-old kids taking TRT. And their thing is, hey, we're young, we're going to rebound.
Nope, absolutely not. Because they start getting addicted.
And they keep on it.
That's right. They keep on it, and all of a sudden they can't live without it because what they see in the mirror is not what they see anymore.
And that's it.
And then it goes downhill from there. They're like, okay, well, I feel like crap now, but what makes me feel good is the steroids. Exactly like a freaking crackhead on the streets of Vancouver.
Because if you get off of steroids, from what I hear, I have never experienced it, is you actually hit a downer.
Yep, you get a downer, man. You can't get hard. You can't get anything, man.
Yeah.
Like, you feel like life is gone. And the reason why I know, because I know a lot of people that are trying to get off of it.
So would that not trigger depression and all that
Absolutely.
stuff?
Absolutely it does. And I was talking to this one guy he was at his prime, at his peak. He was absolutely amazing. Bodybuilding shows, everything. And he had everything. But the problem was, it's like he was into partying and all that other stuff. And all of a sudden, he told me, you know, Romeo, if it was up to me, if I were to go back in time, 10 years, 20 years, and he's been taking it for 20 years, test or whatever it is, he's like, I would stop myself. Because now, every time when I look in the mirror, I hate myself. I cannot look at myself anymore. And I honestly wish that I was where I was 30 years, 20 years ago.
I've just not done it.
And not done it. Exactly. It's like that one business mistake that you did that will collapse your complete company, or that one business partner that you went into business with.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden just dipped out.
Yeah.
And then now you're like, oh wow, what do I do now?
Be careful, kids.
Yeah. Exactly.
Now, back to what we were talking about before, and kids. These days, I may sound like a old fart now.
Still young.
But but I see a lot of kids. The gym membership and SARMs go hand in hand.
Oh man, it's crazy.
And there's a certain rec center here locally.
Oh yes.
That I've seen.
We all know.
I'm not gonna. It's not even a gym. It's a public facility. It's a rec center here that I am mind boggled by these little kids, little gentlemen. I'm not going to use the word kids anymore.
That's right.
But I respect you kids. I respect you gentlemen, you ladies. I respect you. I'm not talking down to anyone, but the SARMs, and I could see the side effects on your bodies. Yes, there's some positive growth, but there's some other stuff that shouldn't be there. It goes hand in hand. I've seen so many of these kids hit these rec centers, and within 2 to 3 months, just fucking shredded, jacked.
Yep.
I'm just looking at them like, fuck, I've been at it for 15 years, and you, like, literally, I just met you like 3 months ago, and look at you now. Like,
it's crazy.
I think there's a deeper problem, and I think it has to do with the short attention span, the quick result. It needs to be quick these days.
So the thing is, I blame all these influencers.
Oh hell yeah! They sell a lie.
Well, yeah, they do sell a lie, but it's part of their business marketing strategy because they kind of have to make money.
Yeah.
But then what happens is they're not selling the steroids or SARMs to the kids. It's the other people in the background.
Yeah. Take advantage of that, right?
Yeah, but that's also the kids' fault because the kids going out there and looking for it.
Yeah.
You know, like it's kind of a little mixture of like a messed up pronto. Like you don't want that noise, right?
So what I'm seeing is there's a lot of talk about, hey, don't do cocaine, don't do heroin, don't smoke weed, don't drink alcohol.
That's right.
But I think there's a big side of drugs that is being missed.
Oh yeah, don't do steroids.
Because these kids don't drink.
No.
These kids don't do drugs. Yeah, they smoke weed. A lot of these kids smoke weed. But they don't, a lot of these kids do not drink alcohol.
Yeah.
They don't even party.
Nope.
They sit at home. They do their homework. They do everything. But they are on these SARMs, right? Is most of the time, but they may be doing a lot of other steroids as well. I don't know, but from what I've seen, and I've seen kids offer me stuff, try it, whatever. I'm just like, what? Like, it's a fucking weird black area that no one even talks about.
Yeah, well, now in the fitness industry, if you see, like, if you go to Olympia and whatnot, there's a couple influencers that are trying to talk about it and say, are you natty or not?
Right? I've seen that.
You've seen that guy, right?
Give me your piss in a cup right now.
Man, amazing. I love that guy. I'm like, yo, I watch his videos like every other week or every day, almost every day.
Pee in the cup.
Yeah, like, are you natty or not? And then most of these guys, like, because it's part of their brand, and I don't blame them, right? But now, like, they don't care because they're making money.
Yeah.
And now they're like influencing all these other kids. Yeah. And that's what influencer means, is influencing others. And now, like, the up and coming kids that are 14, 15, they start looking like they're 20, 23, 24.
Yeah, dude, I've seen like full beards and stuff like
full beards, because it expands your growth. It speeds up your growth like exponentially. It's not even like a little bit. It was me. This is what the type of results that I want to get, that I wanted to get back in the day. 2 months, jacked, ripped, shredded, right?
But there was no such thing as arms back then.
No, definitely not. But I was broke back then.
Yeah,
so
I didn't broke. Well, that's like, another problem.
Yeah.
Kids actually have access to money these days.
Yeah. Oh yes, parents, credit cards, right?
I was strapped for cash up until like I was 25, like 26.
Exactly.
Like by that time, I think I always say like.
And we're still strapped for cash,
man.
Fuck
yeah,
now we're getting fucked over by the government.
That stresses me out. I had to drink to that. Fuck. Let's change it up, man. Let's change it up. We've been talking about fitness and stuff a lot here. Let's change it up. But honestly, guys, stay away from SARMs. I gotta say personally, there's not enough research out there. I did some research about SARMs.
Yep.
I was like, hey, like I have a fear of needles. If I did not have a fear of needles, dude, I have not had a blood test in like fucking 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Me either. But yeah, wow.
But I don't want someone fucking jamming a foreign object into my body. Like I don't know. I have a fear of needles. If I did not, I'd be pinning myself, right? Like,
of course.
That's one reason why I have it. But
like, if I had money back in the day, I would be pinning myself.
That's another thing. If I had money, fucking to dump that into my body, I would do it, right?
It was such a big thing, though. You know, like your uncle was doing it. You know.
Yeah. Oh, dude, all my cousins and like
cousins,
big boys.
You know, exactly. Yo, fuck, buddy, let's fucking do it. Pussy, you know what I mean? Yeah. I grew up in Surrey, man. Like, so I know. I'm like, yo, all these guys doing it. I thought it was the cool thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the coolest thing. I'm like, yo, let's go steroids.
No, I know a lot of guys that just roided it and didn't even go to the gym. They ended up with like breasts.
Oh yes, absolutely.
They didn't. You can't just pin yourself and expect to have these gains and not. You might have some temporary gains.
That's right.
But some of these guys just never went to the gym after. They actually have like
like titties, man. Like 36 double D. Like I'm telling you, man. Yeah. But you know, that's why I always give props to like athletes or people that are trying to compete for something. Yeah. I'm like, they work hard.
Well, again, it's another thing as well. What a lot of people don't understand is you gotta be genetically gifted in order to react well to the steroids.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've never taken steroids. I could just blow up and just be the next bodybuilder at 35. Who knows, right? And you, working in the industry for all these years, pin yourself and nothing happens, right? You don't even know what the hell the outcome is, right? You could be pinning yourself and just, you have some sort of health disease, heart disease or something that you didn't even know of, and you fucking die the next day. Exactly. You gotta be a genetic gift.
Oh yeah, well I actually, not funny, but like in the past when I was going through the gym and been going for like past 14, 15 years now, and I seen people pin themselves.
Yeah. And
I don't see them anymore. So like, and some people tell me that they died because they did pin them because they had heart problems, like
they did undiagnosed.
Yeah, there's so many like problems But if you do it properly, if you go through like, you know, a doctor or whoever like does it properly or been in the industry for 20 or 30 years, you know, like that knows what they're doing and not some random kid trying to sell you SARMs or
exactly.
at the gym.
Dude,
like,
the youngest, man. I swear.
Bro.
I was like, dude, I gotta tell the last story here.
Crazy.
At that rec center, buddy pulls out a bottle. He's like, here's 20 caps. Try it, you'll see some difference, whatever. I was like, dude, you are half my age trying to sell me shit. Like, what the fuck is going on? Shouldn't I be selling you shit? Like, what the fuck is going on these days, right? Like, I can't believe what the fuck is going on, man.
Yeah. All those kids are being influenced, right, by a higher power, or right. So, you know, they kind of want to make money and be huge at the same time, and they see an opportunity.
Yeah.
Right, I give those props to those kids that are, you know, have the balls to actually sell something.
Yeah,
you know, 'cause that's tough.
It is.
Selling something is tough, and trying to close a client is tough, especially if you're in that business, man.
Hey,
that's even tougher.
It's a sales business, honestly.
Exactly.
You might funnel into real estate.
Oh man, like that Dr. Ho shit, or that, you know, like.
Hey, I did back in the day. I did Mona V.
Yeah, like the pill bullshit. What is that? Or the juice diet, or
I had that juice. Mona V was one of the things.
Yeah.
There's another one right now happening. Thrive.
Oh yeah, Thrive.
Thrive is one.
Thrive is huge one. All those.
There's the other one.
Herbalife. Another story. That's
Herbalife.
Another story. Herbalife. All bullshit. I'm telling you.
What's it? This Herbal? Didn't they get sued or something?
I have no clue, but I'm telling you right now, it's all placebo effect. Like fat burners, yes, they have like some good like nutritional values out there, but you don't need it, and it doesn't really work as they sell it.
I took fat burners once in my life.
Yeah.
I bought 2 bottles of used to be this brand in the state. They banned it here.
Is it the red pill?
Yeah, it was
It's a red pill?
I think it was a red pill.
It was a red, small, tiny pill.
They used to not hydroxycut. It was
yeah. I took hydroxycut. Yeah,
this was something more intense.
Oh man,
you can only get it in the States. I bought it from Walmart.
Don't buy it from the States.
Yeah, I bought it. It was illegal here. I brought it here. I took the full cycle of the 2 bottles. You know, I did it properly. It was like freaking 2 pills in the morning, 3 or 4 pills in
2 in the afternoon, 2 at night.
Something stupid, right?
Yeah.
I took it, dude. I was working at CIBC. I was a bank teller back then.
That's right.
Right, and I was just starting up in this finance industry and stuff. And fuck, it felt like I will never ever take this shit again. It felt like a human was standing on my chest. Like,
you know why? Was your heart pumping?
It's pumping at all times, dude. I felt like shit. I felt like a fucking weight.
Yeah,
not on my shoulders. Yeah, sorry, it sticks to it.
Awesome.
But it felt like someone was constantly standing on my chest. Like, it felt like shit, man. I don't ever want to feel like that.
Let me explain the science real quick behind what fat burners are, because I experimented with fat burners. Okay, now I'm not all against them, because sometimes you kind of need it just for an extra push, or if you're trying to like get that extra fat out. And I'm gonna tell you that I used to be a hard, firm believer, but then when I started studying about it, I'm like, holy crap, that's what it is. It's like you're on a treadmill the whole time.
So that's what I felt like. The chest was thumping.
Imagine this: you're on a 15 incline treadmill at 3.0 speed. You're at walking speed.
Yeah.
You're around 120 to 140 beats per minute, and around that area, that's your fat burning zone. So they created a pill that can speed up your heart, that mimics the fat burning zone, and that's essentially where, you know, that they got the marketing strategy. Hey, you know, like, hey, this actually works, blah blah blah.
Yeah, and fuck that. I'm not doing it again.
So when I was on fat burners, like, I didn't sleep.
Yeah, I think I had some rough sleeps as well. Yeah,
I had rough sleeps, 4 or 5 hours. I'm like, holy crap, and my heart was still pumping.
It's constant.
It was like this. So it's constant like this. I'm like,
see the results?
I saw results.
I didn't see any results.
Well,
maybe I did. I don't know, but
so yeah, you got to take progression photos, and then you got to stay clean on your eating.
So this was the time I took those fat burners once I got big.
Yeah.
When I was coming back down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So after I think this was around like 2013, 2012-ish.
Yeah.
So up until like 2010, 2011, I was fucking just eating like shit. And And then I started focusing on. Then I was like, "Fuck yo, I got to get my shit under control."
That's right.
And then I started taking these fat burners and stuff, and L-carnitine and all that
L-carnitine. Yeah, fat burners, L-carnitine, and
all together at once.
Weight cuts, right? Yeah, water cuts, and all that stuff.
I started drinking a lot of vodka around that time.
Oh man, it's crazy. Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah. But they don't tell you that all that stuff filters through your liver. And your liver's taking a fucking beating.
For all I know, the fucking liver's done. No, dude, thank you for making me drink on the rocks.
On a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday, on the rocks. Like this is no. Thank you for making me drink this on the rocks.
I am telling you, it
every time I've drank it, it's been with ginger. I always do Crown and Ginger.
Yeah, okay.
Always Crown and Ginger, but this has changed me.
Maybe like normal Crown is fine, but like anything.
This tastes like Ciroc. And this is fucking Crown Royal,
but brown. Exactly. And a lot of people sleep on Crown Royal, man. They sleep on
no. Like people think, oh, you're a Surrey Jack.
Yeah.
Like, Crown drank properly, like Crown and Ginger. Dude, I make like I'm not like a big time alcohol drinker or anything, but if you drink properly and you actually understand the alcohol, like scotches, ryes, like whiskeys, like all the dark alcohols, they all have like a different feel. The taste obviously is different, but you get a different feel from each one. Right?
Absolutely.
Like the level of the high, the drunk, whatever is different for each thing. So if you you know what, Crown Royal needs to pay us.
I agree.
Big time promotion here, right? It's a very nice bottle.
So, interesting fact about the bottles and stuff. Do you know why the bottles are clear and not like covered in crap? Like you see, it's clear and you can see the drink.
Actually, I never noticed that, but every bottle I have,
every bottle. So they did like a study on how like people buy bottles, and this is how people like buy bottles. Is how it looks. They look in the liquor. They look inside. They want to see the liquor. They want to see the liquor. And they're like, they either make a decision yes or no, like every buyer does.
So I don't drink vodka, but I bought vodka. Because of how it looks.
Because how it looks. But you also like, okay, it's pretty clean.
And it looks fucking clean, yeah.
Yeah, but if it looked like, Ludhiana's river, like you're not gonna buy it.
Yeah, I want to see it looking nice and clean, like I can see through there, yeah.
Exactly, you're seeing through like you're in the mirror, like a window or something.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, I didn't even think about that. Like, I'm like, that's why every clear bottle is like clear.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Facts.
I'm like, wow. And they sell way more. Like, people want to see the liquor. I'm like, wow, that's nuts.
Oh, because, now that I think about it, they always have like a small
They're all clear.
Yeah, but they're always...
Yeah, the ones that are not clear, they're not selling like crazy.
Interesting.
Unless they have a brand behind them. That's the only time. Like, say Ciroc, for example. Ciroc has these like special bottles.
Yeah.
And it's like covered, and you can see like a little window.
Alizé was another one.
Yeah.
Remember Alizé back?
Yeah, Alizé. You know what's crazy? 151.
They stopped selling them.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Bear fuckers?
No, those are crazy. The Red Dragons were nuts.
Dragons.
Oh man.
They had the flaming Lamborghinis.
Yeah, it was
with
stupid.
the fucking fire coming out.
The fire, yeah. It was,
all those drinks are gone, man.
Oh yeah, because they're so dangerous. Those guys are fucked.
151, a bottle of that. I don't have my phone. I was looking, like I was like, what the fuck happened to 151? And people that have bottles are selling them for like fucking 20 grand on Amazon and stuff.
That's right.
It's like, it just, as soon as they banned it, overnight it went to that price.
It's crazy. It's like Kobe, man. Like all the Kobe merchandise, right? RIP to the great, but like it's like through the roof.
Yeah, I fucking should have invested in some.
Yeah, my cousin still has a lot of bottles still this day, but we drink it. Like we don't.
You don't actually.
No, we don't sell that stuff. Like it's meant to be drunk.
151.
151.
How do you get them? Like you just bought them back when they were available?
So like when they were announced, where
they're gonna be.
Yeah, they're gonna be discontinued. Yeah, so he just stocked up.
He can sell them.
He can, but it's
those were my prime clubbing days.
Man, we used to order like 20 Red Dragons at a time.
Fuck. That would fuck you up though, man. Like,
yeah, the first time I went to club, I'm like, yo, give me one drink that fucks you up like crazy.
Red Dragon?
Red Dragon, man.
It was Red Dragon, Rocky Mountain, Beer Fucker.
Yeah.
and then flaming Lamborghini if you have the money, and it was your birthday.
Oh yeah, it was what. Seeing the fire show, yeah, yeah, it was pretty cool.
Dude, I remember for the first time ever. You remember Mirage Banquet Hall? It's now called Tap House.
Yeah.
So brown guys weren't okay. Now I'm generalizing, but everyone knows this, and you guys can vouch for this. Brown guys were not allowed in there. They were fucking racist against brown guys,
At a
right?
time,
And mind you, we cause problems, right?
Well, okay, wait.
Okay, we cause problems, right? I was one of those guys, probably, right? But I don't know, man. Maybe you had a Hulk and then fucking became Hulk, yeah. But back in the day, so I remember it was me, my sister, and my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time. Somehow, it was like towards when Mirage was about to close down. I remember this night, we had a lot of fucking fun. They had like these fucking cool like paint things.
Oh yeah.
And like it would light up with all the lights and shit.
That's right.
It was a cool night. Somehow we got in, and I remember, man, I went in there and I was like, I had a little bit of money or something, right? I don't know what the fuck was happening. I think it was just pumped that my sister and my girlfriend are together or whatever. Like we're cool, whatever. I ordered 3 flaming Lamborghinis. Dude, this guy put on the show of a lifetime. Like, this guy stacked up fucking glasses. He like set everything on fire, threw salt at it. The fucking flame went all the way into the club and back. That's what like bartending used to be. Now, fucking like, when was the last time you saw that kind of shit?
Like a 19-year-old can just get back there and just pour some drinks.
Dude, that's what I end up doing at every reception.
Yeah.
I become the bartender.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you used to flip bottles and everything behind the back.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, it was so nice.
It's fucking entertainment, right?
Yeah. Well, that's where they feed off your tips. Now they expect for tips.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna talk about tips. I saw a video recently, last like 2-3 months. It was a bartender from downtown Vancouver, and this guy had the audacity to say,
"Ooh, I know it's exactly
you
what
saw
you're
that
talking
fucking
about."
video. You saw,
so dumb.
He said, if you're not tipping more than 20% or something, 22% or whatever, don't come out and party.
Oh.
If you can't afford it, do not come out.
I had a comment on there that had like thousands of likes, I think.
Dude, you had a comment on this?
Yeah, they had thousands of likes.
What was your comment to that?
Man, I forgot what I said. I think I said I was just plain stupid. I mean, you're just being greedy.
You're fucking, yeah.
Yeah, you're just being greedy at that point.
Like, okay, I understand that the service industry, they work off of tips, etc.
That's right.
But be deserving of the tip.
That's right.
And I will give you the tip, right? But to be expected to be giving 18 to 30% and fucking fuck that. Right? Like,
that's what privilege. Like you're privileged, you know? That's where privilege comes from. That's the type of life. You know, in like Dubai or like India, they don't expect tips.
Yeah. Well, Dubai, India just you know, buddy.
Different story, but like those countries, let's say outside of North America or Mexico, they don't expect it.
Also, me and my wife went to our honeymoon was in Jamaica, Sandals Resort.
Nice.
Actually, one of these pictures, right there, boom! Look at that, man. We fucking tie this shit.
You had braids?
I had braids in my
Oh my! You look like a rapper.
Dude, everyone at the resort thought I was a rapper. They're like, we know you. I got celebrity stuff. So this dinner, they set up on the beach. They set up a tiki torch and everything, right? They brought a photographer out for us. You didn't
pay extra?
I did not pay extra.
Oh my God.
Dude, everyone's having the peasant dinner at the Sandals Resort. Me and my wife had this fucking perfect fucking dinner setting. The filet mignon that I had there, holy shit, I have never had steak that fucking good in my life. I swear to God, they had cut that fucking cow right there and they brought it over.
If anybody knows the famous rapper that he looks like, tag him in the comments below. Holy crap, I gotta know.
So, I was at this resort. What the fuck were we even talking about? How did this come up?
Shit.
Yeah, we were...
bartender tips.
Oh, yeah. Bartender tips. Dude.
Yeah.
We were talking about
the guy posting like a
So,
freaking stupid.
Regardless, it was such a stupid little comment. I don't know how the fuck I went to that, but
That's a pretty cool story, though.
dude.
That's a really cool
I got
story.
treated like royalty there. So some people thought, you know, those wrestling brothers. They're Samoan.
Exactly.
Suno or whatever.
Yeah, I exactly know who you're talking about.
Some of these guys thought I was that, and then
shout outs to Wrestling Classic, by the way, good friend of mine.
Hey, Wrestling Classic, who's that?
His name is Justin. Yeah.
Oh, Wrestling. Yeah, Justin's a good friend. Yeah. That's why
Awesome guy, man.
Sorry, Justin. I was like, who's Wrestling Classic? I don't know, dude. That guy's he's got a going, man. He's got a really good.
But that's how I know the Samoans, because I didn't know any wrestlers back in the day.
These guys thought I was these fucking Samoans.
Holy
right?
crap.
So they would when I would come to the bar, even in the morning, like they'd be like, sir, like they would like how they'll be like you'd be like, sir. I'll be like, yo, what the fuck's going on, right? Like some guys thought I was Sean Paul, right? Like they're like, you're Sean Paul, whatever, right? Like some people thought I was some football player. Like it was crazy, man. I got the craziest service.
Okay, maybe Sean Paul. That's hilarious. Yo, he had the temperature going on.
Yeah, it was good.
Yo, that was the shit back in the day. Oh,
that was
man.
like 2000 and like 3, 4,
that was amazing.
Sean Paul,
that's who you look like. Fucking Sean Paul.
That's what they thought I was, right? And then I had the cornrows and everything.
Oh, man, you look amazing.
But back to what I was saying, we tried our asses off to tip people.
Oh, yes, you're supposed
I took
to.
like 100 ones with me. $100 are just ones. I was like, yo, I'm going to just toss the shit to people, right? And these guys just, no, sir. Sir, no tips, sir, no. And I'll be like, yo, listen, like, I'll just, like, if it's that bad, like, I'll wait till your shift's off. You just gave me the best service of my life, right? I need to give you something. No. Right? Like, this is, and then we have our shit here. Oh, you have a group of people, more than 7 people, 35, fucking 48%,
oh, I hate that.
120% tip. Like, what the? Like,
okay, 18% tip, like right away if you have a group of 8, you know. But like I understand what days we're living in, but when we were in Mexico or those like not even third world countries anymore, I feel like they were caught up to us.
Yeah,
right. We fell behind, and I'm like, that is insane. And these people are just grateful. I think that's the main thing, you know, that they're missing is being grateful.
Like, I don't know how this tipping, like, yeah, maybe I should just stay at home.
Well, food's getting expensive, first of all. Man, cactus meal, holy shit. Maybe $100 already is cactus meal, right? So,
dude,
I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right?
Let's not get into that, though. Like, everywhere I go, we've been talking about how fucking expensive. Life is fucking expensive, though, honestly.
It is, and that's why everybody's becoming a realtor, man. Yeah. Like, it's just insane. It's like,
no, but real estate is so saturated, too, honestly. Like, there's so many agents. Like,
yeah, but if you're Paji next door, you know what I mean? Like, if he has a house to sell, like, that's like 20 to 50 grand commission, right?
Yeah.
I understand. Understood. All right, cool.
But, honestly,
you could fuck up all the contracts. Like, you never know.
This is the podcast where we try not to talk about real estate.
Anyways,
I was thinking about something to say, but I'm not even gonna get into it.
The links
are Let's go. We're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about you, man. Let's talk about you.
All right. Next topic.
Okay. You just got recently married. How was it, man? How's married life? How many people ask you that?
1,000 a day. Okay, but married life, honestly, it is fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude, it was like, so I remember when I got married, it was just so much easier to have your girl at home.
Yeah, well, so that wasn't the problem for me. I mean, I know in the brown culture that's a huge thing.
And for me it was so easy, man. I don't have to go down the street to freaking drop her off and pick her up and all this stuff.
And secretly, probably.
I was pretty open with it.
Oh, you're pretty open?
Everyone knew.
Okay, cool.
Straight up,
Okay, question. Before you always see like your girlfriend's or now your wife's parents.
Yeah.
Do you go and touch their feet and then touch your heart and your head, something?
You
do. What is that called?
Yes and no. Patty
Pooning or something.
I don't ever, like, if it's an elderly, like, then yes. It's not even, so our religion actually doesn't, like, you're not supposed to bow down to anyone other than the
I heard,
right?
Okay, so this is what I've been taught, that you're not supposed to bow down to anyone in the Gurdwara.
And that's for sure. Yeah.
That's 100%.
Yeah. But so what you do is...
It's a respect.
It's a respect thing.
You know, the coolest thing is I'm like, holy crap, because in the Filipino culture, we do the same thing.
Oh, really?
But we don't do the head. We actually grab, like, whoever's older than us, and we feel like we respect them and they need to be respected. We just grab the palm just like this, and then we go to their head.
So
it's almost the same.
Yeah, we'll do the same thing.
Yeah, well, because every auntie, since I went to Punjab, by the way, India, I'm like, holy crap, now I know the culture and every auntie that I go to. So if I see your mom on the street,
so I think
she's getting her feet touched.
So you wanna limit it to the elderly? Yeah, that's actually very respectful.
Just elderly. That's all you need to do.
So, and
I'm gonna touch his feet. Hell no.
You should. No, but it's more of the motion is what I think it is. Now, right? If it's like you start going for it, right? It's a motion. The elderly person is gonna stop you and be like, no.
Yeah.
Like,
but you do it anyway.
And they're gonna give you a hug.
Oh,
right?
okay, yeah.
Right? Like that's how you like. It's like a motion. Like it's just like a handshake, right? But how are you gonna shake hands with someone elderly?
Right? I exactly know what you're saying. The funny thing is, we hug, but I'm like, hey, what's over there? And then I go in and I quickly
go do it. Yeah. Well, that's a big sign of respect.
I juke them out like crazy, like.
So no. It's a big sign of respect if you touch someone's feet. That's a big sign of respect.
Well, it's not.
And then what you're asking for is a blessing.
That's right.
They're supposed to give you the blessing.
That's right. Absolutely.
So, absolutely. That's the meaning behind it. But our religion, at least the Sikhism, teaches like you're not supposed to touch anyone's feet really, other than your guru.
That's right.
That's the only person you're bowing down to in life, right? But again, the guru resides in everyone.
That's right.
Right? God resides in everyone. Elderly are just like our gurus. A guru means teacher, right? And the elderly are going to teach you. So you're kind of in the same, like, it makes sense, right? Like
it's the same, but not the same. Different power.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like having a CEO, CFO, manager, like the whole...
God being the owner, and then he's got the guru being...
everybody, exactly. And you got Gandhi over here somewhere.
we don't want to talk about God.
Jesus up there, like, it's Buddha somewhere, It's like those, right? Those are prophets.
It's the... What do you call it?
The chain of command.
The chain of command.
That's right.
So you want to always go down and make the action at least towards like the elderly, that's the big dog, right?
That's right.
And that's the ultimate sign of respect, right? Like you're touching their feet, right? But yeah, you don't have to go for it for everyone. Like I think it's kind of getting pushed out now.
It is definitely getting pushed out. I think that's why elderly people love it.
Yeah, because if you do it, and especially you, like, who the hell is this
who's
guy?
This
like,
banda, like,
who's this cheat that touching my feet? Like, this is fucking nuts, right?
Yeah, yo.
I don't know cheat that touching my feet. So, no, it's a good sign of respect, but you don't want to be touching everyone's feet, right? Like, you just gotta be careful.
Yeah. No, I think as a people person, you could tell.
So how is it now that you're married into? So by the way, Romeo / Romeo has he's a Romeo for me. Romeo's actually married into Brown family, and was it? Obviously you. So you guys, how long did you guys know each other before dating or before wedding?
So before everything else that happened, it was like 5 years.
5 years of dating.
Yeah.
You told me she was your client, right?
Yes. Yeah. So she was my client.
Tell me the juicy sauce on this, right?
So here's the juiciness. Don't tell it to anybody. Just tell it to your neighbor
and everyone watching this.
So typically, what happened was she was a client first, and then she lost like a certain amount of weight. I'm like, damn, she's hot.
So did she come to you because she thought you were hot?
No, she came to me. Well, hopefully, but she came to me mainly because I was cheap. I charged less. I'm like, okay, well, my main goal, like I was all about business. I was all about making money back in the day. You know, I wasn't humbled, you know, like I only trained entrepreneurs, and I'm like, because I wanted to learn from them.
Yeah.
I'm like, because Grant Cardone is like, okay, well, you gotta surround yourself
with, I was gonna say,
you know, with the people that you need.
So you were being selfish, but hey, you were being selfish for the right reasons.
I was being selfish in order to be selfless.
Yeah.
Right, so I can start giving and everything.
That's good.
But the problem was, it started to come out as cocky to everybody, because entrepreneurs know, right? We know the lingo. I'm like, okay, well, this guy's, you know, trying to surround himself, blah, blah, blah. But like, you know,
the regular human.
Yeah, the regular Joe, or let's say people that are not trying to be, you know, better than themselves or trying to beat themselves every day.
Yeah.
That they'll be like, yo, this guy comes out of cocky.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna take her anyways and see how it is. I like her as a person. I wasn't struggling with money at that time. I was making at least 15, 16, 17,000 every month. And I'm like, okay, well, that's actually pretty good.
Good money,
dude, but I was working 14 to 16 hours a day.
Grinding,
hustle. It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was terrible. And then I was partying.
Yeah.
And that made it worse. I only had like 2 hours, 1 hour sleep. Sometimes I would sleep in my office at Flex Fitness. When I had an office.
Fucking training right away.
Yeah, and then train right away. 2 hours of sleep, get up, boom. That's the power of youth. Like that is like...
I've done the same shit, trust me, man.
Right? You're like, okay, well, I'm up now. Like,
Yeah.
But now I can't do it nowadays. But
I'm going to interrupt. I used to work at Aldo Shoes.
Yeah.
I would party all night, get home by 6, shower up. I used to work at Metrotown. I needed to be there by 9. I used to sleep an hour, pick up breakfast, be there for opening.
Was this back in like 2008?
Yeah.
I think I saw you. That's why you look familiar.
I was the only dude that was working.
You're the only brown guy with the turban.
I was working in Aldo.
That working in Aldo. Yeah.
And I used to clear the shelves in the back stock room and sleep in the fucking shelf.
And then, did you cover the shoes?
No. I used to fucking everyone
you
knew
just
like this guy was out partying.
Like a piece of meat.
Yeah. I was just
anybody just came in and like touched you and
in the back.
Well, like the employees and whatnot.
Yeah, I'll be
just
faster,
slap you or like
fucking faster, yeah.
Holy! How'd you get away with that?
Dude, it was a good time. Man.
Well, he got fired. And then he became a realtor.
So that was way back, like the immature days.
Wow.
But back to you. So yeah, you took her on as a client.
Yeah, so I took her on as a client. I knew the process, and we went through similar processes in terms of losing weight. She lost 50 to 60 pounds, and then I'm like, okay, well, what's next?
50 to 60 pounds, a lot, bro.
Yeah, well, so that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Once you know the process, it's like a sales process.
Yeah.
Once you know a certain process of anything, it could be like turning on the TV or something. And once you know that process, it becomes like second nature.
Yeah.
And for me, since I went through the process, it's super easy to diet down someone or
you can implement it on someone else. You know how it works.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what works. You know what obstacles that they're going to go through. You know everything that they're going to go through. And I think that was the best like trait that I had versus other personal trainers.
Yeah.
Because they went through the rucks.
Yeah.
Right? They didn't go through the dirt like I did. And I'm like, okay, 50, 60 pounds. I didn't think of like it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Because at that point, I had 50 or let's say 100 at that point. And that was like 3, maybe 4 years in my career. And I'm like, okay, well, it's 50, 60 pounds. Let's go. And then she started bringing her family.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So I trained her. I didn't tell you this. I don't think. Then, so I started training her sister.
Okay.
I can't remember the order, but I think it was her older sister, and then her mom, and then her younger sister, and then the brother came, and then the dad came. I tried training the whole family.
Fuck.
Yeah. And it's crazy. I'm like, holy crap. They all knew me already. And then the mom invited me over to join the brother's birthday.
But were you guys dating or whatever at that point or no?
No.
Nothing.
We were not. Nothing. We're just friends.
So you guys were all just friends, clients, whatever.
Absolutely, man. And it was honestly, it was like one of the best things that I wanted, like actual relationships.
Yeah.
And then that's when I knew, like, what true value in life is.
Yeah.
It's not about the money. You take the money out, what's there?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And that's why you see billionaires and millionaires and all these people committing suicide.
Yeah, because there's nothing there. Yeah.
Because there's nothing there.
Yeah.
You have all this money, but who are you going to share it with?
Yeah.
Right? And that's the thing that I started to realize. I'm like, all right, well, Grant Cardone's way is not. He's just not working. Now I understand he's just marketing. That was it. But now I understand reading other books, relationship
deeper
books,
shit, yeah.
Deeper crap. I'm like, holy crap. Without the money, you're nothing. It's whoever's
money is a tool.
That's right.
And you need to always use money as a tool. Do not chase money. Do not commit yourself to money.
That's right.
It's a fucking tool. That's like saying I'm committed to a hammer.
Yep.
I'm committed to my ratchet.
That's right.
Money is a fucking tool. If you learn that early.
And that's where I learned it. I was like 22, 23 years old. And I'm like, okay, well, we can still chase money, but still create a balance.
Yeah.
Right? And that's when I learned, I'm like, that's what life is.
Yeah.
Like, after when you get bored of all the partying, I started thinking in the future, I'm like, after when you get bored of all the partying, all the drinking and all the alcohol, and then all the fake friends that come along.
Fucking tons of them.
Tons, man. They go through like a freaking hamster wheel, right? Like a treadmill.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy crap, that's crazy. Who's going to be there at the end of the day when you have all this money?
It's you, your girl, usually.
Exactly. So that's why it's very rare for me to create relationships, and I can read people very well. I think that's my talent as a human being, is that I can read a lot of people, and I can tell that me and Jay here will be friends for the next 60, 80 years.
Man. 60,
I am telling you, man, this guy, like,
fucking pushing one plate.
5 pounds.
45 pounds, yeah.
5 pounds.
Fucking no, man. I got higher hopes for us, man. I'm gonna be fucking 180. Another 80 years from now, it's gonna be over.
Yeah, 100. We'll be holes in our joints, fucking anal cancer, or whatever that means. like everything that you think is wrong with you, right? But I'm telling you that he is the most trustworthy, because I can read people very well. I know who's out for what, and I'm like, wow, okay, that's why I went on your podcast today. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go in.
The funny thing is, he's my first guest. I talked to him about this. I think you were one of the first people I even talked to about this. I talked to him last year in the winter about this, so it's been about half a year, if not more.
That's right.
Right, and I've just been so busy, and I've been busy for the right reasons. I've been spending a lot of time with my family. I wanted to do this for the longest time. I wanted to, but I put family as priority because, again, at the end of the day, that's what you have, right? And it's funny that we talked about that, right? But this guy messaged me last week and said, "Yo, are we doing this or what?" Right? Drove me to fucking, you know what? Let's do this. Like, what the fuck am I doing, right? I could keep making excuses, but made sure that we had this done today. Like, honestly,
that's right. Yeah, we booked it last week. You're like, oh, 7 p.m. What's it? Let's
fucking pencil it in right now. Let's do it. Otherwise, it's not gonna fucking happen.
Let's start.
Yeah.
Another thing about me, if you meet me in person, I always like trying to push the individual.
Yeah.
Because I know where this is going, and if he starts going, it's just gonna fly off.
I hope we can.
Yeah. So whoever, I want you to comment all the way down in this comment section and tag whoever you think will be great for this podcast.
100%.
And we don't want another personal trainer on here unless there's 10 episodes. 10 episodes later.
I have a few more episodes with this guy. He'll be back. Yeah.
Then we'll be messing around with this, but with a different liquor.
I think what you need to comment in the comment section is give me some topics, right? What do you guys want to hear, right? Like, what do you guys want us to talk about? Because I have people everywhere. I'm very well connected.
That's right.
I have the most randomest of random relationships, and I could talk about the most random stuff. Tap into me, and I can tap into other people.
Another thing you should do is financial literacy.
I should,
because that's your background. But
you are right.
But
you know what? I keep that a secret because I'm gonna get rich, and all you guys. I'm joking. I know what's up.
I'm gonna make it this time.
I'm making money.
Y'all gotta pray.
No. So we'll do that another day. Honestly, maybe that's for a next episode. I think I'm gonna have you on a few more times, man. But definitely in the comment section, leave a comment. Let us know what you guys want to talk about. I'll probably have him back. Maybe he might become a partner on this, and I'll have someone else in the middle here that we grill. There might be more stuff coming here, right?
That's thinking.
But I need topics from you guys. Tag people if you think it would be. If it's a random, honestly, that'd be crazy. If someone I don't even know and I already knew you, right? But if it's someone that I don't even know, well, like imagine that podcast, right? Like
I think that's a greatest thing.
Yeah, and you just talk raw. I talk raw. Everyone, I'm gonna talk raw. No polished stuff here. No scripts. Nothing here. I like to talk raw, and this is the point. I hope you guys found a lot of value from this.
Yeah.
If you guys need any personal training,
or online fitness coaching,
Romeo / Romeo.
That's right.
Deecruz.
That's right.
Right here, this is the man.
That's right.
I've seen him in action. Honestly, I've actually trained with this guy a couple times, but I've seen him in action. His work speaks. This guy leads by example. Trust it. If you guys need any help, this is a man to contact. I'll tag him in the comment section below, or the little blurb at the bottom here. But reach out to him if you guys need any help, any coaching, any advice. He's available to talk to you. That's why he's on here. Is that I know he's just full of wealth of information here. So give him a shout, and honestly, Romeo, man.
Thank you,
Romeo.
And before I leave here, it's all about passion. At the end of the day, when you meet someone that's passionate, that person will have all the information that you're looking for.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if he's a personal trainer, accountant, realtor. It doesn't matter, and you will feel it. Every word that person is saying, you will start feeling it from his soul.
Yeah.
And this guy's it, and I'm it. We're masters of our craft. So go buy our course.
Hey, maybe that's the next step. Please buy our course.
I already have a course, but yeah.
Well, buy the course first. And any buying from here, I get 50% off.
50%. Oh man, it's like the government.